Dr. Critchlore's School for Minions, the case of Darthin's missing hand. Welcome to the first Critchlore mini mystery. It all started with this guy. This is my roommate, Darthin. Don't be put off by the fake horns. That was just a phase. Darthin is actually the smartest kid in school by far. Okay, so one afternoon, Darthin asked me for help.
Runt, someone stole my science project, and I need your help to get it back.
Okay, sure. What does your science project look like?
Ta-da! It's a hand!
Why are you growing a hand in a petri dish?
Eventually, it will be a whole monster. I was going to call him Keith. But now, someone has taken him.
Who? I asked, but he just stared at me. Oh, right. That's what you want me to find out. When was the last time you saw, Keith?
First period. I was worried someone would try to steal my work, so Dr. F asked Wilcox to put it on a high shelf behind his extremely heavy electron microscope. Dr. F can't move that microscope alone, but Wilcox can. Keith would be safe behind it.
Here's a picture of Wilcox. He's big, strong, and he cheats at cards.
That was during first period. When I came back at lunch, Keith was gone, and the floor was covered with magnesium carbonate powder.
With what now?
It looks like salt, and it was everywhere, like someone had spilled it and then run a broom through it, scattering it all over the place.
Did anyone see Wilcox hide Keith? Besides you and Dr. F?
While Wilcox was moving the equipment, Frida came in to ask for some extra credit work.
This is Frida.
Dr. F said he didn't have any extra credit work for her. She said,
Runt got extra credit for rounding up the rats that escaped last week. I can do that stuff too.
Dr. F said he'd keep that in mind next time something escaped.
Okay, did anyone else go into the lab that morning?
Judd came in after Frida asked for my help with homework, but I said I had to finish my notes on Keith.
This is Judd. Judd is a werewolf, like me. When he's in class, he looks like a normal kid. When we're out of class, he's kind of a bully.
Judd got really mad, saying that I'd be sorry for not helping him.
Judd did it.
But you haven't heard the rest of the evidence.
Okay, fine. Who else came into the lab?
Frankie.
Oh, no. Does he know that Dr. F chose you to be his lab assistant?
He does now, and he wasn't happy about it. I thought he was going to lose his head.
Darthin meant that literally, because Frankie has bolts on the side of his neck, and sometimes they pop loose. This is Frankie. He loses his head quite often.
Then Dr. F's second period class spilled the magnesium carbonate on the floor, and Dr. F asked Frankie to clean it up.
Why don't you get your new lab assistant to clean it up?
Frankie told him, and then he stormed out.
Frankie is great at cleaning up big messes. He's incredibly strong. So, Frankie left, and then what happened?
The lab was empty during third period. When we got back, the closet was open, the microscope was moved aside, Keith was gone, and the white powder was scattered everywhere. A couple of Frankie's footprints were visible in the powder, near the tables, from where Dr. F showed him the spill.
And there was no note saying something like, "Hey, I borrowed your science project. I'll bring it back later"?
No, Runt, there was no note.
Pity, that would have made solving this easier. I sat down with my trusty sidekick, Whiskers. There were 3 suspects, each with a different motive: Frida, Judd, and Frankie. Each with opportunity, but only one was guilty. Darthin, I know who stole your hand, and I'm going to get it back for you.
Thanks, Runt,
Darthin said.
You're the coolest kid I know.
That might not be exactly what he said, but he meant it, I'm sure. Can you identify the thief? Enter your guess at www.sheilagrau.com/critchlord-mini-mysteries to find out if you're right.